Welcome to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law, and we are having a blast here in Gainesville. The Gainesville University of Florida basketball team is rocking and rolling. They won the SEC championship. I had the privilege of going out there to Nashville and hanging out with the team and bringing home a victory. It was so much fun. For any of you listening or watching that want a fun time, check out the SEC basketball tournament. All 16 colleges, universities, start on Wednesday, and one day by one day they all get eliminated until the finals on Sunday. And we played a really tough Tennessee team, and we dominated them. Won the game. Actually, we dominated Alabama the day before, even more than Tennessee. So the Gators have a legitimate shot at being national champions this year. We're good and we're deep. And that makes a big difference because you start playing games back to back to back, and you need depth. So we're very high on the Gators and excited that everything is moving forward. And the other exciting news is I made it skiing again, my 46th year of skiing in a row. And this year was special because I got to go snow skiing in Colorado with my grandchildren, the two oldest, Noah and Naomi. And that was awesome, because every year I wonder, is this the year I can't ski anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
Colorado's a great place to do it.
Yeah, and so far, yeah, the old man's still hanging in there. I was skiing, you're skiing at 10,000 feet. You can't hardly breathe. You're like, but yeah,
Beautiful place out there.
So yeah, the beauty and the majesty of being on top of them.
Ski, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting there on the top of the mountain, and you're just looking around, and you see, it's really awe-inspiring, the majesty of it all, and just going, wow.
If you love skiing, that's the place to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyhow, my guests today are Ray and Ron, okay? And they both have names, their first names both start with R, so that's confusing enough. And then their last names both start with O. So we have the R and O boys. So it's Ron Opliger.
Yes, sir.
And Ray Orlovsky. Orlovsky.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So anyhow, these are friends of mine, and they've been on our radio show before, and they're very, very involved with building out the Veterans Park in Ocala and Marion County. There's tens of thousands of veterans in Marion County, and within 75-mile radius, there's about 60,000
Yes.
veterans. And there's a beautiful 7-acre park right on the east side of Ocala. For those of you that live in Ocala, Marion County, it's right near where the Highway Patrol Station used to be. And it's already a very, very nice park. However, Meldon Law is working to support their efforts at making it even grander and more fitting to honor our veterans who have come back, served our country, and deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. And to have a neat 7-acre park is pretty cool. So why don't you go ahead and give us a little background, Ron, on the park, the history of it, and where we're headed.
Well, I appreciate that, Jeffrey. What we did is the park was started in 1997 with a gentleman by the name of Tommy Needham. And I started working there back and volunteered in 2009. And after I got back from the service and sold my business and went into retirement. So with all that said, what we're very proud of is we wanted to add on to the park. It actually stops in 1975 after Vietnam. There's not any really additions for the younger generation, especially like Golf Store and the rest of the
When you say addition, you mean monuments or tributes to?
monuments and markers representing their era and maybe some of their major conflicts. With all that said, there was never any monuments there before. It's always been bricks and pedestals, which are beautiful with the names of all veterans that want to be there. But the point is, what we want is we're bringing in monuments in there. We've got one that was donated this year and put in November 10th of last year, I should say, from the Cone distributors in town, Team Cone. And it's a family monument because our theme is God, country, and family. And with that said, we have a picture of it there that we got on a pamphlet we hand out to everybody, and it's very, very appropriate for that era. It's a lady coming, or guy coming home, the wife jumping in his arms, and a little boy hanging, or a little girl hanging on his leg, and the expression on that bronze is absolutely unbelievable. It's a very, very emotional part, but it's part of what happens when you come. In addition to that, the God and country, we're reaching out to get any kind of funds we can get for that. The park has been put together by the foundation, started in 2020. It's a nonprofit 501c3.
Which means anybody that wants to jump in and help will get a tax donation for any donations made for these projects we're working
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We got an in-kind letter we send back with everybody with our ANI number on it for them, so they're for tax deductions. At the same time, we are very proud of the fact that our main mission and goal is to maintain the integrity of that park that's there, which is gorgeous. Add on anything that is not there right now, which is from War on Terrorism forward, and educate the young generation. We have the ROTC that works with us very well, the Boy Scouts. There's actually two projects the Boy Scouts put in the park. Both of them were flag plazas. One of them was the state flags, and the other one was the military flags. And they are both absolutely out of this world. You've got to see them to believe them. So please stop by. And we're there from 9 to 5, basically every day of the week at the park office to make sure that people can see it. At night, we have it lit up, obviously. There's monitors at the park during the night that play 24/7 that have different, basically probably the best way to put it is off of YouTube, we went and got some military songs that would be appropriate with a background of different things. And it's just really refreshing to have that background music as you're walking through the park.
So what's the address, Ron?
The address is actually kind of a confusing address. The best address is 2538 East Silver Springs Boulevard, which will take you right down to the old State Patrol office, and we're right behind it, right off of 25th Avenue.
So for those of you in Marion County, just take 40 out towards Silver Springs,
Right.
and it's on the right-hand side at what
25th Avenue.
at 25th Avenue, and you just take a right there, and right behind the Highway Patrol station, you'll see the park. So it's pretty easy for those of you that have been around Marion County for a while, and I want to talk now about the upcoming projects that y'all are doing. Why don't you talk for a little while, Ray?
Let's see, please.
Well, one project we just finished up this past weekend was the fact that we brought in the junior ROTC programs that have helped us over the past few years in maintaining the park, picking up trash, doing plants, tearing plants out and everything else, getting ready for new plantings. So we gave them a big appreciation day this past Saturday. What they did is they came out and they played kickball, they did tug of war, they did some drills with a non-competing instructor that only one school had heard his cadence counts, so the other schools had to learn that in a short period of time. We've had a little miscombobulation about that. People said didn't understand him. So we're looking next year to get somebody in there that can make it a good call for each cadence count.
So how does that work?
Well, it's left-faced, right-faced, about-faced, that type of stuff, and begin your march. And the gentleman that did it in his particular tone that his people were used to. Where the other people weren't used to that tone, so they didn't know where to go.
So there is a different dialect.
Yes, more or less. Yeah.
So anyhow,
Tell them about the trophy.
Oh yeah, we got a beautiful trophy for them, and it's going to move around as the schools compete. So this year Bellevue won. They could come back next year and win it again, and they get to keep the trophy at their school. So it helps competition, and I could really see the competition coming just from the first event.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's high school ROTC, right?
High school ROTC.
That's great. And what better connection than to be around real veterans and be able to, communicate and talk to them and, just kind of engage them on the importance of understanding our history.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's one thing that I really feel we're missing. I don't think the younger generation understands what the United States has done over the last, 100 years at least, internationally.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how our country has gotten so great. Without the military, none of that would have happened.
Oh, I agree.
The thing that we were very honored with, too, was the fact that there's over 20 private schools in Marion County, in addition to the public schools, and there's a tremendous number of homeschooling kids. So we've reached out to all these different phases of education because it's so important that they all learn it. And in addition, we learn from them.
So what are some of the educational programs that you have, when you get students out there? Do you have a format? How does that go?
Well, what we do is we open up the Museum Education Center. That's what the old Highway Patrol Station is right now. We have rooms for the First World War. We have the Ocala Hallway. We have World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and some artifacts and uniforms from current conflicts that they've had. Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, that type of thing. And they can come out and our guys will guide the individuals through the rooms and explain what's going on if they have any questions.
Do you have plaques? Do you have audio-visual interaction? How does that work at the museum?
Well, at the museum, you have mannequins, number one, with the uniforms, display the uniforms of all the current military. And we have, in Korea, for example, gentleman that was the prisoner of war in Korea actually made a pictograph or a model of the prisoner of war camp. He was there for 34 months.
Wow.
They even got a little bag that he smuggled his puppy out of, that he raised while he was in the POW camp.
Wow.
It's so there's a lot to learn, and just from the pictures, they found that using the TVs in each room didn't really explain what was going on in that room. So our guides take them through and explain every room to them, answer questions, and 2 weeks ago, no, I take it back, 3 weeks ago, I handed a questionnaire out to the kids. And I said, what did you like? What did you not like? And what are your ideas for improving? So I got a nice response back. And most of them were 100% favorable to just what we did.
That's awesome. So it becomes a place for education. It's a place for peace and
Yes.
just trying to, get. I'm sure that a lot of the veterans coming back have, issues with reintegrating into the community.
Big time.
So let's talk about that. What are some of the challenges, and how can you guys help?
Well, I have an individual friend where I live. He was in Vietnam. His PTSD is so bad that if he gets around more than 10 people, he loses it. He can't come to the park unless he can come out during the day when there's nobody there. And that's something hard for him to do. It's even hard for him to go shopping with his wife. So that's just one thing you run into. Some of them, the guys say, I don't want any help, leave me alone, and they'll just come in and wander the park, which is fine. But they just don't want to interact.
I think the best thing that we find out over the years that I've been there at nighttime, because it's lit up, the park is, and they can come out there and they can meditate on their own. And it's a place where they can just relax and not have any people around, because PTSD affects everybody different, as we all know. And it affects not just veterans, it affects every walk of life, especially the first responders. And a lot of first responders come out there, and that's what it's all about. So that is probably the nicest part. And when we had the Vietnam Wall, we brought it in a few years back, and we brought in the 9/11 Wall, and the towers, they call that. And we found out that we have guard duty at nights because of the fact that it's very valuable, these monuments, is more people come out at night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning for themselves. And they went up to the Vietnam Wall, or they go up to the 9/11 towers, and just all the memories that they were there. Some of them were there.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing, is it's peace, quiet, and it's a place just to meditate.
Well, I think that's amazing. How did the park get established? Who did someone donate the land?
Well, the county actually had the land, and they traded it off with the state because of the state patrol's office. So however that worked out, I don't know. But back in 1997, Tommy Needham was a county commissioner, and he started it, and he passed away in 2009. I didn't have the privilege of meeting him, but I did have the honor of carrying the torch on, and with the foundation we started to go forward. So that's what we're doing it for. But it started back in 1997 with a great vision, and we're just trying to carry that on to pass that torch on to everybody.
Well, I have in front of me here the upgrades to the park, and I know we were talking earlier about some of the major items that we're working on. Why don't you tell us what the next big project is that we're going to try to finish?
Okay, well, the family project is the one that we're really proud of, and also the Eagle Scout, which is done. But with the family, the one is where like I said earlier, the statue where the soldier comes home and the wife jumps in his arms. But the other side of coming home is the Gold Star Mothers. And that's in the book also. And we also got a PowerPoint, so we can go out into anybody, organization, and we love to show the PowerPoint to you. But the Gold Star Mothers is the next one, which would finalize the family project because of the positive side of coming home, and then, of course, the negative side, which nobody likes to have that happen. In addition to that, we've got the Gold Star, we got a Gold Star Mothers, Blue Star Mothers that are bringing in a monument, which are any family member that has a service member in service, they call that a Blue Star Mother. The Gold Stars are, of course, lost a loved one, and of course the wives have lost their husbands. So we got all three of those monuments. At the same time, the most another is God and Country. Now those are some beautiful things. We got the statue that's going to be facing all the state flags with two bronze soldiers 6 foot high saluting the state flags, and with the God Bless America on the statue. The other one is going to be God with a kneeling bronze soldier, leaning, touching God, next to the pavilion where we have what's called the meditation, where it's peace and quiet. And with that one, we want to paint on the back side of the park office a mural, very relaxing, like a waterfall or a mountain scene, like in Colorado, where something just brings you down to peace and mind, and you can sit and relax and give them that time, especially the PTSD people or anybody that wants to come out and thank the Lord for what they have and living in this country.
Yeah, and living in Marion County, right?
Sure.
We aren't a big city. We're
going too fast.
We're going. Yeah, I know. I hear that. Look, in many ways, we're very blessed because there's people that want to live out, in the country, can live in the country, and they're still not more than 3 or 4 or 5 miles from, the town and stuff like that. And so it's pretty cool. Now, here I'm looking at this, the landmark Is that something we're working on?
Yes, that one there. Personally, I have been honored to see all these in person. They're out of the Midwest. The company that we're working with is Johnson's Granite Supply out of Kansas City, Missouri. And anything we come up with an idea, they can go ahead and put it on paper. Well, this one was already in the Midwest, and I drove through and I seen it. I had to stop and take a picture. Then I found out who did it, etc. What it is it's a monument representing the park, and all it is 3 spears of granite, 20 foot high, 17 ton each. In the center is a flagpole 60 foot high. It's 25 foot in diameter across it. Outside of each one of that diameter is going to be all 8 branches represented with a bench, which is not on this picture. At the same time, at night, it lights up red, white, and blue. So there's a light on it. On each spear was red, light, and blue. And when it goes lighting up, it plays taps.
Wow.
If you haven't seen it and heard it, which I was blessed to see that, it's absolutely breathtaking because it says everything.
So what do we call this?
It's going to be right on the corner. It's called the Landmark.
Okay, so listen up, folks. We need money to build the Landmark. It's going to be a cornerstone of the park.
Yes,
Right on 25th Avenue.
Right on 25th Avenue, and the cost is $310,000. The state, the local government, Marion County, Ocala, they do not contribute. This is all volunteers, veterans, and others contributing to the development of the park.
It's a community project.
It's a community project, and there's no excuse why you can't help. Whatever you can afford, this is a really important project. Ron and Ray have been working on this for a long time, and I've looked at the pictures, and I can tell you it's a really exciting design. I think it's going to be really an amazing space for people just to come and kind of reflect.
I got to tell you a little story. When we first give the presentation to the county and the city, we had Johnson's Granite Company come in. Trip Johnson's his name, a 4-generation family. He gave the presentation on what we could do. And as he got done giving the presentation to the county commissioners and to the mayor got up, Mayor Gwen at that time, got up, turned around and said, "Who's going to say no to this?" Because it is an awesome opportunity to take that beautiful park, which is a rough diamond, and polish it. And it's for the community. It's not for just the veterans. It's for the family. And that's what we're designing. That's what we call it, God, Country, and Family. It's beautiful. And the way to donate to us is you go on our web. Our web is marionvetpark.com. Again, marionvetpark.com. And you pull up the web, there'll be a donation there. You can go down through the different modules that you want to look at or events, and you can actually pick which one you want to donate to. It'll automatically, as you donate, it'll kick back an EIN number back to you and a thank you for your tax break.
So again, let me go over this. Like Marion, as in Marion County, Vet, V-E-T, Park. Marion Vet Park. You can check them out on Instagram, Facebook, X. They're there. You can go out and take a look at the park so you get inspired.
Please
to
come out
help
to the park.
Yeah, and this is not just for veterans. It's not just for families. It's for anybody in the community. And for me, I think it's so important that you as veterans continue to tell the story of the role that the military has had in our country, and that I think a lot of the history of our country, background as far as why we had to enter certain wars, is being lost on the generations.
Yes, it is.
Most definitely.
And that I would encourage you to, maybe have, try to get, kids other than just ROTC students to come out there with their classmates and get some introduction as to, this is what sacrifice our veterans have made for our country. And if the young people don't understand what it all means, then that's even a bigger reason why they need to get out there, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I try to be connected to, the younger generation. We have tons of great, beautiful kids working in our office, contributing, college kids in their 20s and 30s. I do feel like history is so important. People that aren't aware of history, what do they say? History repeats itself, and if you don't understand history, you're doomed to make the same mistakes that were made before, right? And that I think it's, regardless of what your politics are, I think it's so important for people to support your project here, because it's a statement. It's not just, it's for the veterans, it's for the veterans' family, but it's not just for them. In my mind, it's just as important to bring awareness to the community, young, old, and what you're doing is amazing.
There's two things that I want to bring up that I think are very important too, besides our foundation. What we've done also is we went and put what they call a QR. Now, there's a lot of the monuments, it's called a timeline from the conflicts that was already put there by Mr. Needham, but it just says like World War II or whatever conflict it may be, and it just gives it the name and the date, but it doesn't say what happened. So these kids, as we all know today, the younger generation are into the QR, the phones. Mm-hmm. So we put a QR out there, and we have a group of people that put all the history on there. So you go up, you put your phone on, you pop it, and you can go find anything you want. We went one step farther. We have what we call a battlefield cross. That's basically a monument of boots, rifle, and a helmet with the dog tags when people pass away in conflict. But we have those, and certain people have those out there that they've wanted them, the family has. In addition to that, then what we do is that fallen soldier, we put that QR on there, but we ask them, and they do it. This is all theirs. They put in a celebration of life, and that's on there. Tommy Needham's, for example, if you go out there and you pop it on his, his was the very first plumbing business in Ocala, 1890.
Wow.
It has pictures of his family, him as a little kid.
It's older than we are, guys.
It goes by too fast. But that's the neat part about it. You can put a celebration of life, so it's more personalized. And we can do that on all the bricks that are there. It's very inexpensive to do. For $125, you can get a QR. You put your family history on whatever you want, celebration of life, onto that brick, and it'll go on the web. And no matter where you are, you just tell your family members to go to that web, and they can see it.
Well, that's amazing. I'll tell you, the more I meet up with you guys and hear what you're doing, I'm so thankful. I think that we have a great community in Marion County, even though it's growing. I mean, I came here in 1970, and I think Marion County, I don't know what it was, 90,000 or something like that. Yeah. But, I never really complain about the growth, because what it does is it means there's jobs for the younger people. And that, if you put a brick wall around your town, then slowly it's going to die.
Oh, definitely.
And however, we like to think in North Central Florida, we've got the best of both worlds, right? We've got wonderful weather like today, right?
Oh, yes, gorgeous.
And we're not like overcrowded like South Florida. And even though people complain about State Road 200 being too crowded, they may, I don't know what it's up to, 8 lanes or 12 lanes now, whatever.
Absolutely. Not to shrink.
Yeah, but so Marion County, actually all of North Central Florida, whether you're in Alachua County, Marion County, if you're in Sumter County or Lake County, this is a monument you should really come and visit, a park with monuments in it. And to be able to help build this, I think, is an honor. Again, you just go to Marion Vet Park, was it .org? .com. That's even better. MarionVetPark.com, and then you'll be able to see what's going on. Again, You can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, X, and learn more. Right now is a really crucial time, though. We need help. We need donations. They're tax deductible. And it will give you a sense of purpose. It'll connect you to the community. All of us can afford to contribute something. And whatever you do will really make this park, grow in a fabulous way. I'm so glad to hear that you're putting the QR codes with history on it. We did an exhibit in Gainesville about the Great Southern Music Hall, and we had pictures of all the artists performing, and we had QR codes there. And you just take your phone, you put it on the camera section, and then a little yellow thing comes up, you hit it, and then all of a sudden, in this case, it was the artist performing one of their great songs, right?
There you go.
And you're doing it with somebody telling a little bit of history about whatever the exhibit is or whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
So this is not high tech, gang. I promise you.
If we can do it, you guys can do it.
We got three older gentlemen here, and we can all do this. So don't be concerned about it being. This is one of the easiest tech deals going.
I would like to mention one other thing. Please, if you have anybody out there that has a small group or a large group that want to do a tour personally, please get on the web, let us know, email us. It's the same thing. It's called info@marionvetpark.com. And we would be honored to meet you anytime, Saturday, Sunday, during the week, evenings, anytime, to take and show you this beautiful, beautiful layout. And a picture's worth 1,000 words, as we all know. So please do that. One other thing we're very honored, as of last year was our very first year, the First Baptist Church in Ocala on 17th Street, they called us and wanted to know if they could do a concert, Christmas concert in the park. And they were trying to do it throughout the county, and they had a hard time getting any place that would allow them. I says, well, why not? So consequently, they did their very first one. But the neatest part about it is they, in addition to their choir coming out for the concert, they brought every other church that wanted to join. So they had like 6 or 7 other choirs from different churches.
Wow.
So it's going to be an annual fair every December, right before the Christmas parade. And it just ties in so beautiful because everybody likes to be around the park because that's where the Christmas parade starts. So it's come out and enjoy everything. It's awesome. And Ray can attest to all that also. It's just a very breathtaking place.
Well, I'm so excited. Let me go over a few things again. So phone number we have is 804-6953. 352-804-6953. Email info@marionvetpark.com. And the website is marionvetpark.com, so you can just check it out. I would encourage you to, number one, check it out, then follow up with a generous donation and tell your friends. You may be able to help just a little bit, but may know someone that can help a lot, and we're all a big family. We need to reach out to everybody we know and to help important. This is a park. It's a monument to our veterans and honoring them for the sacrifices that they've made. And I think it's so important that the community get around it. And the most important thing is go out there and see it. I'm going to go out there and check it out because I think it's great that you're doing this. Ray, Ron, I want to thank you for being guests on the show. Again, okay, if you didn't hear it enough, marionvetpark.com will get you all the information you need. Ron and Ray are here to help, and you can tell just from talking with them how important this is, how enthusiastic it is, and this is really going to be an amazing place for everybody in North Central Florida to come congregate. And I think it's so great that you're having like the Christmas choruses out there and stuff. It's a park, use it. Let's enjoy it. It's not just it's reflective at sometimes, and other times it should be vibrant and music going on and great things going on. So I congratulate both of you for everything you're doing to help the community.
Great. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being friends
Same
with
here.
you guys.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a short break on Meldon Law and Friends, and we're going to be back with our community section of what's going on in North Central Florida.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm joining the band, of course. Since Meldon Law is the official law firm partner of the Florida Gators, I want to help.
Dad, we're litigators. Let's stick to helping people in the courtroom.
Well, can we still hang out and jam a little bit? At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I was going down a one-way street and a girl that was driving her car T-boned me on my scooter. I ended up going for an MRI and discovering that I had 2 herniated discs. Coming to Cary allowed me to not have to worry about what doctor I was going to see or what physical therapist I had to go to. They say, these are the people we trust. You're going to have a great experience there. And I honestly did each time.
Call Meldon Law. Your consultation is absolutely free.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran a red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Call Meldon Law right now.
Hey, Sammy, look who's there. Say hi.
Hey!
You again.
Meldon Law, Jeffrey speaking.
Somebody else hit us.
Here we go again. Welcome back to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law, and I want to invite anybody that needs help after an accident to give us a call. We can be reached at 352-373-8000. Go to meldonlaw.com if you want to check us out at our website. And I promise you, the Ritz-Carlton experience at Meldon Law. We invest a lot of time and energy in putting our team together. Our team is, no different than any other team. I was watching this great movie last night about rowing, and it was amazing how the coach was able to create teamwork, and that's what we focus in at Meldon Law, that everybody needs to be rowing in the same direction to help our clients. When you've been in a crash, you lost your car, you're hurting, you can't go to work, you're not getting your regular income. All those problems we can help you with. If there's enough insurance, we can actually solve all your financial problems. So please give us a call, give us a shot. I promise you that we are the best law firm in North Central Florida to meet your needs. One of our mottos is "You matter most," and we take that seriously. So Meldon Law, 352-373-8000, or go to meldonlaw.com. Check us out, and you will, I promise, be very amazed at the service, the legitimate concern that we have for our clients, and the job that we do. So please give us Give us a shot. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So, what do we have going on in the area? March 20th, Ocala Chamber of Commerce Business After Hours Networking event from 5 to 7 at the Florida Horse Park in Ocala. And it's going to be the Ocala Metro Partnership After Hours. They're great. I've been to a bunch of them. They're really fun. And it says a community staple for over 30 years. Business After Hours is the Chamber's cornerstone networking event. So you join several hundred fellow Chamber partners for casual networking along with food, beverage, and door prizes. So it's at Florida Horse Park after work 5 to 7 on March 20th. Gainesville's 22nd Annual Spring Garden Festival, March 22nd and 23rd. Now this I've gone to many times because it is at the Kanapaha Botanical Gardens located on off Archer Road in Gainesville. Saturday, March 22nd through Sunday, March 23rd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's really the premier horticultural event for North Central Florida. It's amazing what the plants they have. They have over 100 booths offering plants, landscape displays, garden accessories, arts and craft, educational exhibits, plenty of food, live entertainment. So I think we'll be out there on Sunday. That looks like a lot of fun. And I know my wife, Patricia, loves going out to the Kanapaha Botanical Gardens because she's an avid gardener. Next up, Ocala presents the Marion County Day for 2025. This is on March 29th at the McPherson Governmental Campus in Ocala. March 29th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a free community festival. It's called Marion County Day 2025. And everybody's welcome. There's going to be plenty of music, food, food trucks, kid zones. Bring the kids out. It's a family event. The Villages Golf Festival, April 3rd to the 4th. So Thursday and Friday, April 3rd and 4th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Championship Golf Shops. There is a big festival, the Villages Golf Festival. It's 2 days, and it's at the golf course, the Villages Golf Festival at the Championship Golf Shops. So let's support them and see what we can do, because the Villages is the perfect sports community for those that want to play golf, and let's support what they're doing. Williston, Florida, having the 5th annual Macon Bacon Fest, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Heritage Park in Williston. Calling all bacon lovers, don't miss the 5th annual Macon Bacon Festival, a free, sizzling celebration of all things bacon. Enjoy mouth-watering bacon-infused dishes with food vendors from crispy strips to creative bacon masterpieces. Highlights include the Bacon Eating Contest, the Best Bacon Dish Competition, live entertainment, and the Miss Macon Bacon Pageant. So come hungry, leave happy, and indulge in a day where everything is better with bacon. So again, Williston 5th Annual Macon Bacon Festival, April 5th at the Heritage Park in Williston. Starts at 11 in the morning, goes till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a great event. It's awesome. So we're going to wrap up the show. I want to encourage everybody to check out Meldon Law's Facebook page. We're giving away tickets for basketball, gymnastics, baseball, softball, whatever's going on. We're there. We support all the Gator activities, and the Gators are hot this year. I mean, you got the basketball team may win a national championship. The gymnastics team may win a national championship. The ladies softball team could win a national championship. The baseball team could win a national championship. That's how good the caliber of sports is right now at the University of Florida. And all the facilities are awesome. Come to the new Condren Family Ballpark. You can, for $10, you can get in, have a great time. See really top-notch baseball. A lot of these young student athletes are going to the majors. That's how good the Gators are. I mean, they have tons of talent. So let's support all of our Gator athletics. And if you want free tickets, just go to our Facebook page, Meldon Law, and you will eventually win. I promise. Just keep entering, and you will eventually win because we give away a bunch of tickets. So let's support everything Gators and make sure that they have our support and we show up. That's important. So that's going to be a wrap on our show for Meldon Law and Friends this week. I want to thank everybody for listening. It was great having our friends from the Veterans Park. And remember, go check them out. The website again, Marion. I'm going to pull it up, so I want to make sure I got it right here. Yeah, MarionVetPark.com. MarionVetPark.com. This is very important. I would love for you to help support it and give them a call and tell them that you heard about it or saw us on the Meldon Law and Friends show because we love helping others do great things. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week on Meldon Law and Friends.